You know, when I look at this picture,
Yeah.
I have questions.
Yeah, me too. What kind of camera do you have to use to take a picture like that?
A big one.
Ah, it's got to be huge.
Look at, I was not wearing a shirt.
No, that really bothered me too.
And look at you, you got a sash.
You know, I hated that shirt.
Was that your mom's? God, you were pretty.
I look Swedish.
Yeah.
Lampen you mini.
And look, he's laughing at us. The big guy there.
Yes.
I miss that guy.
Yeah, me too.
He wouldn't do this.
No, he wouldn't.
Come on, let's go answer questions.
Okay.
Come on.
I want to bring up Cleveland radio station WMS music director, the one who helped Rush break in America and we can say launch to the world. She's with us today, and I'd like you to join me in welcoming Donna Halper to the stage. Hey, Donna. Donna is thanked on the first two Rush releases. Personally, they dedicate their first two albums to her. And if you could have seen the love in the green room a little while ago, they've maintained the relationship all this time, and it's genuine. And so we thought it was fitting that Donna should be the one to introduce Geddy and Alex and bring them to the stage. So let's hear it one more time for Donna Halper.
This is a story about friendship. This is a story about me doing my music director thing at a radio station in Cleveland. And what music directors did back then was we picked songs that we thought would be appropriate for our audience. It was about you. It was about making sure that you heard the songs that you would like. And when I heard Working Man, I knew it would resonate because of the lyrics. Well, I get up at 7, yeah, go to work at 9, got no time for living, yes, I'm working all the time. Cleveland back then was a factory town. And they'd turn on WMMS for escape, but they turned it on for friendship. I'm glad to be here tonight because, like I said, it's about friendship. And you know, and I know, this is more than just a band. This is a band that has changed all of our lives, including mine. And it is such a privilege to introduce my friends, Alex Lifeson, Geddy Lee of Rush.
We have, you folks have been so generous to give us some questions. I have about 90 of them, so if it's okay, we'll be here for a while. This is from James. What is the band or bands that influenced you to play music?
To go right back to the beginning, the bands from the 60s, from the UK, more of the Rolling Stones than the Beatles, but Dave Clark 5, Eric Burdon and the Animals, the Beach Boys, and then I discovered The Who and Hendrix, Cream.
The Cream, yeah.
Yeah.
Cream were a huge influence on Rush.
Yeah.
There was a band from Ireland called Taste that was a big influence for a while.
Rory Gallagher.
That had the great Rory Gallagher play guitar for that band. And then we got into the prog era and Genesis, early Genesis, and Yes, of course. I was a big Straubs fan, Vandergraaf Generator.
Carpenters.
I don't hear that.
That's not right.
What do you mean?
That's not a joke.
Brand X.
Many of these people like the Carpenters. How did you develop your...
Was I
Yeah, I'm being
laughing?
serious. I'm talking to the man here. And you're talking about the
Yeah, Karen Carpenter was an amazing drummer.
She was
was.
a great
Yeah,
He was.
no, seriously.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
We always get one of these. This is from CB in Highland Park. Will you ever tour again, please? Sorry.
That's a question.
That's an interesting question.
How many times have you been asked that question?
When? Today?
I didn't write that question.
Okay, well, yeah, would we ever tour again, Al?
Well, good. I don't know. maybe.
Sorry, what was the question?
Would we tour again?
Tour. Would we
If we
Please.
were to tour, when would we tour?
I don't, I kind of think that we should tour next year.
Okay.
All
Great
right.
idea.
All right, you talked us into it.
Yeah. Nice way to get into it.
That was his dumb idea.
Oh my God.
Is that real? For realsy? Pinky promise?
Yes.
That's a pretty amazing thing, and I would say, as a Rush fan and lover, we didn't need you to do anything. It's up to you. But we're so grateful you're saying that. So that's my serious thing. My other thing is, like when?
Like when what? When did we decide?
Like
or when are
no.
we
Well, like
touring?
when will when can I? Do I need to go now and get the tickets? When you say next summer, you have dates, right?
Yeah, we're going to do a limited number of dates in about, 7 cities? And see how that goes. And starting in June of 2026. And so you guys are all part of a kind of stealthy announcement that we're going to do this.
And you will play Cleveland.
We will play Cleveland.
Tell me about the process that led to this decision, which was a change.
Well, I was,
Oh, girl.
once when we finished the tour, it was difficult for Neil, and he'd had enough by that point. I think Geddy and I still had gas in the tank, and we still wanted to continue working. But it was what it was, and the further I got away from it, the more I thought, it's okay. We had 40 years. I'm tired of hanging around a hotel, being away from family and all of that stuff. And I felt that way for most of the last 10 years, really. I thought we had a great legacy and it's okay. Then this guy came along and had some big ideas. And we talked and we started playing. And then I realized that I love it so much. I love playing so much. And I've, continued over these last years doing other projects and still playing a lot. But when we sat down and started playing some of the Rush stuff, and I realized how hard it was to play these songs, when you do it every day for 40 years, it's not a big deal, really. You're used to it. But when you're away from it and you are a little more objective about the intense complexity of the music and the feel and the little nuances and all the things that go into making a Rush song and performance, to be challenged with that again was really, really exciting. And the more we started rehearsing and playing, the more I just fell in love with the idea of playing again.
It was a very difficult decision on many levels. First of all, because what it entails in terms of work, but also what it had transpired. Losing a member like Neil was devastating. And it was a very sad time, and it took time for us to even contemplate. I mean, this is a relatively recent decision. And I would say it was kind of out of the question for the longest time because of those circumstances and how do you replace someone who's irreplaceable, you know? We would joke about it sometimes, and Al was doing other things. I was writing books, and something happened in the last couple of years that brought us back to jamming in the studio. He would come over, drink my coffee, hang around, jam and we would jam and we would laugh. And then one day, I don't know why, we started playing some Rush songs for fun. And God, we were laughing so hard and we were enjoying it so much. And it was almost like playing those songs dispelled the dark clouds. It was not an easy decision to come to, but and this is really the first time we're talking about it out loud in front of other people. So, yeah, it feels right, and we're going to do it.
You gave up the question, so I'll just repeat it to you, which is, you know, Neil, how do you replace the irreplaceable? I mean, what do you do?
Well, our idea was not to try to be Rush 2.0, you know, just to pay homage to our music, pay homage to our lost brother, and represent the songs and celebrate the songs. I haven't talked about this before, but so my bass tech, Scully, was working with Jeff Beck. He was on tour with him for a few years. And on the last tour, he was playing with this drummer named Annika Niles, and incredible drummer. And he would come home, he would rave about her, what a brilliant player she was, and great person, and blah, blah, blah. So I kind of looked her up, and you know, she's all over YouTube. She's fairly well known in her own world of music. And then we started talking about playing again. I said to Al, I said, check her out. Maybe that's an interesting way to go. And so one thing led to another, and when we made the decision, we wanted to see if it would work. What's it like to play with another drummer? We'd had that experience, of course, at the Taylor Hawkins tributes, so we know how difficult it is, no matter who the drummer is. They all have their own perception of what it's like to play a Rush song, and they may not line up with the way we play Rush songs. So whoever we were going to choose was going to be difficult, and there's going to be like a translation. And so we very secretly brought Annika to Canada. That rhymes. And we did, it wasn't an audition, because at that point we weren't really sure that we were going to tour. We wanted to, it was all an experiment. Anyway, I'm very happy to say that she is fantastic to play with. And we've had now a number of sessions with her, and we're going to go on the road with her. I think she's a remarkable story, and you know, she's much younger than us. I know that's hard to believe to look at. We're so young and handsome. And I like that she came to Rush music without any preconceptions. It also made it very difficult because we had to explain nuances and work on subtleties, and she had to really try to get into Neil's headspace and his feel. A lot of drummers can play Neil's drum fills, but to combine that with the feel of those songs so that it feels the way you guys want to hear those songs, that's work. That requires work, and so she's winning. So our intention is to expand and probably bring a keyboard player in so that Alex, because Alex loves to dance. I don't know whether you knew that. And when we did those gigs for Taylor's tribute, Greg Kirsten played keyboards. And God, that was just so nice not for me not to be stuck in that one place, so I could dance as well. Anyway, so we're still working those details out, but that's where we're headed, I think. I don't think we can do a 3-hour show the way we did when we were in our younger years, but we're certainly going to play over 2 hours. And we'll get a lot of songs in, for sure.
I mean, I love the fact that you're opening in LA at the Forum, which is where you closed in 2015. And I know you guys wanted to keep going some. And I assume that's part of the significance of those shows.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not an accident that we chose LA to carry on. And it'll be, I think, quite an emotional moment. And I have to say also a thank you to Carrie Nuttall and Olivia Peart, who have been very supportive and are supporting us for this tour. And we really appreciate that. And that makes things better.
Yeah.
And we also plan to pay tribute to Neil at least a couple of times during the show in our own way, and that'll happen every night. We'll pay tribute to him. So, you know, after Neil passed, COVID hit, and we never really were able to do any kind of tribute to him, not a tribute concert. And so this is one way that we pay homage to the music and the lyrics and the incredible drumming of our pal and partner, and at the same time celebrate the music that you guys have thankfully shown up for all these years. And we'll just endeavor to do our best to make you guys happy.
Well, I think I don't know what to say other than let's just say thank you. You know,
Thank you.
I'm happy to say that I saw it here first and foremost, and couldn't be happier that they're finally announcing a tour that's a legacy that deserves to be carried on, and I'm glad that they finally decided to do it.
We've never got to see them before. Didn't know this was going to be a thing, and I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah.
This is the best day of my entire life right now. I've never seen Rush. They've been my favorite band since I was a toddler, basically. I'm speechless. And thank you, Rush, for giving me that opportunity.